For the abstracts, we have to know the importance of economy of words. Occasionally, a scientist omits something important from abstracts. By far, most common fault is the inclusion of extraneous detail. Today, most scientific journals print an abstract before the main text of each paper. Because the abstract precedes the paper itself, and because the editors and reviewers lack a bit of orientation, the abstract is almost always the first part of the manuscript reading during the review process. So, we have to make the abstract with economy of words. If you put a lot of words in the abstract, perhaps the reviewer will not like it. Therefore, it is of fundamentally important that the abstract be written clearly and simply. It's very important for your paper to be accepted. When open, the reviewer may be close to the final adjustment of your manuscript after reading the abstract alone. Perhaps after reading your abstract, he will have an idea whether accept or reject your paper. This could be because the reviewer has a short attention span. However, if by definition the abstract is simple or very short version of the whole paper, it is only logical that the reviewer will open read a preliminary conclusion and that the conclusion is likely to be the correct one. So the abstract is simply very short version of your whole paper. If the reviewer reads your abstract, perhaps he or she will know whether your paper is good enough. Just like usually a good abstract is followed by a good paper, a poor abstract is hanging of walls to come. So, for the scientist should master the fundamentals of abstract preparation. The abstract is important things for the paper. When writing the abstract, examine every word carefully. You have to be careful. If you can tell your story in 100 words, don't use 200. Economically and scientifically, it doesn't make sense to waste the words. In here, it's not in this case the model better. It's not. You have to be clearly, simply, clearly. That will be good. The total communication system can afford only so much verbal abuse. If you have a lot, you know the results. The reviewer will reject your paper. Most important things for you, the use of dear significant words will impress the editors and the reviewers, whereas the use of abstruse verbal constructions might well contribute to a check in the eject box on the review form. Sometimes we have this kind of step to finish our abstract. First, we should read the completed manuscript thoroughly. Then select the relevant area and its headings of the abstract. Then ensure emphasis in the abstract in the order: results, message, conclusion, background. The results should be very, very important thing. Then revise and refine the abstract, and can to the next step is assess the abstract for its representativeness, and get the abstract read by an independent person to assess whether it is comprehensive. In the fourth, sixth step, every step you can, if the answer is no, you have to revise and refine the abstract, and finally you can finalize the abstract. So from this kind of step, we have to finish the whole manuscript, then finish the abstract, usually in this kind of case. And if you first get your abstract finished, you have to revise and refine the abstract, how to ask somebody else to read it, and then revise and refine the abstract again and again. Finally, finalize the abstract. There have some other points to the abstract, akin to the abstract things. Some journals also include, in addition to abstracts, also include other components briefly covering key points to readers' schemas of process. For example, some journals ask authors to provide a bulleted list of key messages of their articles, either for posting only online or for publication as part of the article as well. If the journal asks you have to provide some other key messages. Other journals also require a non-technically summary or a brief statement of implications. Some journals require such items to accompany all papers submitted. Others require them only for some or all of the papers accepted for publication. Also, in this case, if the journal asks you to provide no technical summary or a brief statement of implications, you have to provide it. Just keep in your mind, beware that you may be asked to provide an abstract of your abstract. So, you have to know what's your paper about, what's the conclusion, and everything included in your paper. Another thing is keywords. Do you know keywords? Keywords are part of the abstract submitted to the journals and identify the core concept of the study. Almost all the papers have this part, keywords. They are the words which are often used by readers in the research engines to retrieve the abstract. Journals, search engines, and abstract surveys often classify journals based on the keywords. The visibility of the article to the interested audience is decided based on the title and the keywords provided. So sometimes the keywords is same important as the title. So you have to provide the keywords carefully. Hence, use appropriate keywords can help the potential readers in easily identifying the abstract and also increase your chances of being cited. They are interesting your keywords, then perhaps they can cite your paper. For the keywords, usually we only use keywords that are separate from the title and ensure a wider search for the report. You can find some word from the title as keywords. Only use single or two words. Avoid use sentence or multi-words. Keep in your mind. Journals generally allow 3 to 5 keywords to include in the manuscripts. You have to read through your manuscripts and identify words or phrases that are used repeatedly. Make a list of these main items along with a few additional ones. That means, if the word used in your paper repeatedly more, then use it as keywords. Care should be taken to add the common variants of the term and abbreviations to a list of keywords. Sometimes, perhaps it's different for if you put cancer or put your neoplasia in your article, in your keywords. Although perhaps they are similar meanings. You have to be keeping in your mind which one to choose. Before finalizing your list of keywords, refer to the common index standard such as MESS, that means medical education subject headings, to find some web to see which one is whether your keyword is the common indexing standard, and ensure the term used are matching with that of standard. That's also important. If your keywords, if you put a word as keywords but nobody can search it, then that means nothing. So at last, we give a summary for the abstract. A good abstract should be as representative of the study with special emphasis on the results and the message. A brief, preferably one-line introduction with a clear and concise take-home message will make an effective and good abstract. So your abstract have to be clear and concise as a take-home message. And for your abstract, for an effective abstract writing is an art. Everybody like art. That every researchers should master so as to enhance their readability. It's advisable to tailor the abstract to the requirements of the journals to which the study is to be submitted. So you have to tailor the abstracts to the requirements of the journals. Though challenging, the time spending in writing an effective abstract and identifying appropriate keywords are worthwhile. For these two smallest components have a major impact on the dissemination of your research. So, if we spend more time on this abstract and keywords, is worthwhile. That's for this part. Thank you for your attention.